Hello, folks. Welcome back to another episode of Learning Idaho Gold Prospecting. It's episode 9. Today, we're learning about Klesh Krums. Now, I purchased this bag directly from Klesh's website, kleshgold.com, but you can also find these bags on Amazon. And one of the key things that he always points out in gold is to look for the guaranteed minimum. In this particular bag, he has a guaranteed minimum of 0.14 grams of gold, with the possibility of having multiple more grams. Probably unlikely, but hey, one can hope. Now, at the time of this video, he does have two options on how to purchase this Gold Krums. The purchase option I did, which is $20 for a single bag, or you can purchase a 10-pack at a little bit of a discount for $190. I used all my own information to purchase these because, well, nobody knows who I am. And even if Klesh did know who I am, I don't think he would give me any benefit to the doubt on his bags. So we'll go over to the panning station, have a look at these. All right, so here we have what I received from Klesh's order. A few of the stickers. This notice of if you do a review on this, you could receive some discounts on your future items. I'm not too worried about this. If Klesh happens to see this, great. Go ahead and thank you very much, Klesh, but I'm not even going to worry about sending that to him at this point in time. And I also purchased 4 bags of the Klesh Gold Krums. However, I'm only going to be opening up one of these. The other 3 are going into a friend's bag that I'm making for his kids. He has 3 kids, and we're going to give them 3 bags of Paydirt to play with in a little kit that we're building for them. Now, just to get an idea of the size of these bags, here's a deck of cards. And it's roughly about the same size as a deck of cards, about the same thickness too. Let's go ahead and take a look at it in a pan. Nice. Alright, and taking a look at these a little closer, he also puts serial numbers on all of his bags. So we have 391 through 394. We'll choose 391 for our bag setup. Set these other 3 aside. And we're going to put these into a separate pan. Let's have a look. Just a sealed Mylar bag, nothing fancy. Looks like we got a Klesh guitar pick in there. A few different gemstones on the top that I can see already. Let's pour it out and have a look. Okay, looks like we got everything out of there. Nothing in the corners that I can see. Bring this up and, oh man, some nice pretty blue stones in there. The Klesh guitar pick, which is fantastic to see in that. Some purple, some blue. Scan through there a little closer. Lots of mica, pyrite. Maybe even a few random fleckles of gold in there. Let's see, look at that big old chunker. That's pretty cool to see. Alright, next step, we'll go ahead and classify this out a little bit. Alright, so our next step here is we're going to classify these guys down. We're going to use the dollar store kitchen strainer and put this into plus and minus kitchen strainer size. Bring over another pan. Since everything's dry, we'll go ahead and just run that right through here. Sure we got everything. Yep. We'll dump those bigger materials into another green pan. Seems like these greener pans show up the materials a little better on the screen. And there's that chunker again right on top. We'll see what that is later on. Okay, next step here is we're going to take a strong neodymium magnet inside of a silver dollar tube. Same type of setup that Klesh uses, just a few different materials. I'll link these down below if you want to see what I'm using on these pieces. Run this through, and then we'll try to separate out any black sand items and anything that might make the panning process a little more difficult. Especially since I'm not terribly skilled in panning yet. Okay, drop those down, push everything to the top. We got it all. Not a whole lot of black sands in there, but we'll pan these out separately as well, just to make sure we didn't catch any gold with that. And we'll do the same with the plus kitchen strainer, see if we got any clickers in there. Couple, not too many, but fun to hear those clickers as they go. There's our black sand material. We'll pan that out either way, but doesn't look like we caught any gold with that. Alright, so before we get to panning all this stuff, I'm going to try and pick out some of these gems that come with this guy. I'm not completely certain what these gems are. I know very little about gems, but goodness they're pretty, and I'm going to say maybe like a sapphire or something on that guy. But I'm just going to drop them out separately so that at least the larger ones, we can have a look at them later. Alright, here's some of the bigger items just broken out from the gems that we got. Like I said, I don't know gems that well. Maybe look these up at the end and we'll see what we had in there. Well, let's get our pan ready. We're just going to add a little surfactant and some water. Surfactant breaks the surface tension of the water so that our finer gold doesn't float away. And as mentioned in previous videos, I just use a cheap off-brand Amazon rinse aid. But typically it's probably best to use some jet dry. Well, let's first take a look at our magnetics. Not expecting anything to be in here. I think we would be able to see it right on the surface, but we'll swirl it around either way. Have a look. Because everything is worth checking. Pan these back a little. And yeah, nothing in the magnetics, as anticipated. You can clean this out with a squirt bottle. If you're interested in any of these squirt bottles, I have links below for those as well. Just an Amazon, a few dollars. Alright, next, let's go ahead and look at our minus kitchen strainer sizes, and we'll save the big kitchen strainer sizes for last. Let's see what we have. Pretty dry material, you can see it floating on the top there. Not the gold, the dirt. But stratify it down, and we'll pan down a little bit. I'm not wanting to pan too much because there's not a whole lot of material, but we'll pan the surface off a little bit. Don't want to lose any of this fine gold. Stratify again. And we'll pan this a couple times to make sure we don't miss everything, because as we talked about, not the greatest panner yet. Okay, that's about as far as I want to go down, so we'll swirl it back, and as we're swirling, we'll be able to push off the that material. Let's have a look. Try and pull just those light materials down. Nice bit of gold appearing there. that stuff out. Try and get it all back to the top again. Let's see if we can't get that gold separated. Okay. Squirt these back one final time, and then we're gonna grab those with our snuffer bottle. Clean that back up at the end. So tap that all to the front. Make it easy to grab. And take our snuffer bottle. And grab all that little fine gold. Try and get that cleaned up at the end. Oops. Missed a little there. Got it squirted out. Time for the exciting stuff. Let's look through this bigger material. We already know there's a couple chunks in there. See if we can't pull them out of the water. Not even going to pan this one down. We're just going to pull it back. We don't want to miss anything in here. Lights down. A little harder to do that on the larger material. Panning part is easier, but the spraying back down a little harder. Here's one piece of gold starting to poke out. 2. 3, 4, I believe. There we go. Slide that one back up. Here we go, that nice big chonker we saw early on, and 3 smaller ones. I don't know if that chonker will fit in the snuffer bottle or not. Let's find out. Nope, we're gonna have to pick that one up. There is nothing wrong with that. That one guy. 2. 3. Here's our big chonker piece. Right there. And we'll put him into the snuffer bottle separately. Let's do the drop in the pan. Everybody loves that, right? Alright, let's clean out the snuffer bottle. See what we got out of that. There's 4 big pieces in there and a good bit of fines. I also like to clean out the snuffer tube. Tap that up to the top. We'll try and separate those black sands out. Then we'll dry it out and get a weight here. And I don't have a heat gun for drying this out, so what I do is just take the paper towel, run it as close to the gold after I've cleaned it and tapped it to the top. Wipe everything else down, and then I'll just let it air dry for an hour or so and come back. Then we'll show you what we got. And here's a quick shot of those gems we found. A few of them determined by Google, and a few of them, well, we couldn't quite figure it out. But here they are. All right, so as you can see, we got about 0.239 grams there, almost double what was guaranteed on the gold, and a bunch of good stones. So let's at least calculate up the gold and see what we got. So taking a look at gold calculator here, type in our 0.239 grams, change this up to 24 karat purity. Because as Klesh always says, you can go ahead and sell your gold for up to 24 karat purity to Paydirt vendors. I'm not one of them, but Klesh is. So let's calculate that out. And somehow, at today's values, we actually got more gold than what we paid for the Paydirt bag. Remember, we paid $20. Now, shipping-wise, that probably covers it right about the shipping cost. But a full exact break-even ROI, I don't know if we got a bonus bag, or that maybe Klesh is overly generous on the amount of gold that he puts into his bags. But either way, great results. But thanks for watching. That's all for today, and big thank you to Klesh, and some good gold out there. So catch us next time.